So hello everyone, welcome to TryRight. This is Pack 365, myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to learn some new Hello pattern programming. Okay, for this session, the first question will be, if I want to print this the addition symbol, or we can say that this addition operator also. Now how to build this logic? We are going to copy this one and we are going to come to my paint. Then in this we are going to build this logic. Guys, just see, if I want to print this line or also this line also. So now we are going to take care of this diagram. Okay, as we see, if you see here, my every time my two value will be same, guys, right? And for this row also my two value will be same, but in this case my two value will be come in my column, and for this row my two value will be come in my row. So now we are going to build this. How to find these two? Guys, as of now my norm value becoming 5. So based on that I need to build the logic. Then we are going to take care of that. Now if I'm taking directly that row double equal to 2 or column double equal to 2, because here we are telling that every time 2 will be same. Okay, now whenever I'm increasing my number, okay, as of now I just increase my number will be 7. So as of now whenever I'm printing this 7, so this 2 will be getting different structure, guys, right? Means if I'm taking for this norm 7 and I still want to print this pattern, then it will be not printing because my 2 value will be constant. So here I need to build a logic that if I'm changing the number input also, it needs to be print the same logic. Okay, so here if I'm taking row equal to double equal to norm floor division 2, guys, just see, if I'm keeping for norm equal to 5, then 5 floor division 2, it will be give me 2. Okay, if I'm taking norm equal to 7, so here 7 floor division 2, it will be give me 3, guys, right? So if you want to print this addition operator, then we can use this norm floor division 2. Now we are going to implement in our VS Code. So as of now, I just want to copy this norm because we are going to take the user input. After that, so for each and every row, we are going to generate the space as well as the star also. So here I'm telling for row in range. Okay, here I'm directly pass my norm value. After that, for call in range, here also I need to give num value. Why? Because how many row and that many column also I want. If you see here, I am taking for 5 row. So it will be taking for 5 row. Here also it will be taking for 5 column also. That's why here I'm giving row equal to num and column equal to num. Because if I'm passing the num, so it will be start from the 0 only. Okay. After that, my condition will say that if row double equal to num floor division 2 or column double equal to num floor division 2. If this condition becoming satisfied, at that time only we need to print the star. Okay, so to print the star in a same line, we are using the end function. Okay, now if this condition becoming false, then every time we need to print the spaces. To print the spaces in a single line, we are using the end function. After every row, I need to send my controller to my next line. So at that time, I will be using my print function. Okay. Now we are going to check for the different user. Also here, if I'm giving the 2, what is my output also we are going to see. Now, as of now, if I'm passing 5, so it will be print me addition operator. Okay. Now if I'm changing my input equal to 7, okay, means my input number will be 7. So it will be creating for 7 row and 7 column. Now guys, if I'm changing here, directly I just pass 2 only. Okay, so row becoming 2 and column also becoming 2. So at that time for 5, it will be give me the correct answer because we are already passing. Guys, just see, if I'm passing 5, it will give me. But whenever I am changing the user input, so it will be not creating that particular user input. Okay, guys, just see here it will be directly taking by default every time the 2 row value and 2 column value. Okay, make sure that whenever you are creating any pattern programming, every time you need to build the logic for different user input only. Okay, now the next one will be, now guys, my requirement will be if I want to print a alphabet. Okay, now my requirement will be I need to print a T. Okay, means if I'm taking my user input equal to 5, so it needs to print this. Okay, means T. So how to do that, we are going to take it. Okay, first I just draw this. Okay, so here I just draw and I need to copy and I need to paste in my pen. Okay, so here I'm copying it and come to my pen. So I just paste here. So now we are going to see how to build this logic. Can I just see, we are already know how to print this first line, because if I come here every time to print this one, what is my common value? Every time my column value will be 0. So how to get this 0? Because we know that in this structure it will be formatted for our row comma column. So if I'm keeping row equal to 0, because every time I will giving the num value only. So if I'm starting from my 0, so every time if I'm passing row equal to 0, so every time it will be printing this line. And what about this, guys? If I want to print this line, so every time I need to use norm floor division by 2. Okay, guys. So now I just copy this one. So here I just copy and paste here. Okay, now I just first I need to print for row. So for row in range, okay, here I'm passing directly the number. After that, I need to print for column also. So here I'm passing for call in range. Okay, directly I need to pass the number. Okay, now I need to give the condition on which condition I need to print the star and on which condition I need to print the spaces, because these are my treated as my spaces. Okay, now here I will be giving if my row value double equal to 0 or whenever my column value double equal to norm floor division 2. When this condition becoming satisfied, means either this condition or this condition. From both of it, if one condition also becoming satisfied, we need to print this star. Okay, to print the star in a single line, we are using the end function. If this condition becoming false, at that time I need to print this space only. Okay, to print this space in a single line, I will be using my end function. And for each and every line, to send the controller to the next line, here I am using the print function. Okay, now I just run it. As of now, I'll be pass my input number will be 5. So it will be print me T. Now if I'm changing the user input also, if I'm taking 10, so at that time also it will be give me the exact output whenever I am printing for the 5. Okay. Now the next alphabet will be I want to print the Z. Okay. So here means if I'm giving my input value will be becoming 5. So every time it need to print this pattern. Okay. Means the Z. So how to build each and everything we are going to see now. Okay, guys. So here I just see we are already know how to print the first line. Okay, and this line, but we are going to create the at a time. We are know how to print this line and everything, but how to create in a one. Okay, in a once time we are going to see now. So I just copy here. Can I just see if I want to print this line every time I need to build a logic that if I'm changing the user input also, still it needs to give me the correct output. Can I just see if I'm adding two number, okay, row plus column equal to 4. Okay, if you see here, 0 plus 4, 4. 1 plus 3, 3. Means you need to take care of that every time whenever my norm value becoming 5 only, it needs to print this logic. Okay, so we are done with this line and this line. What about this line, guys? Every time my this 4 value means my row value will be same. So here I can directly pass that row equal to num minus 1. Okay. So now I just build this coding question in my VS Code. So I need to take this line. So here also I need to copy. Okay, so I'll be writing for a row in range. Directly I'm passing my num value, and for the column also means how many column, that many row also I want. That's why I'm passing this same. Okay, now I need to pass the condition to print this z. Okay, first condition will be if my row value double equal to 0, I need to print. Or if my row plus column double equal to num minus 1, at that time also I need to print star. And the last condition, if my row double equal to num minus 1, at that time also I need to print. Okay, means whenever from this above three condition, one condition will be satisfied, every time I need to print this star only. Okay, after printing this star, to print in a single line, I am using this AND function with my glue character space. Okay, if this condition becoming false, every time I need to print this space only. Okay, to send the controller to the next line, here I am using my print function. As of now, I just want to run this one. Okay, guys, just see if I'm passing my user input equal to 5, so it will be give me the Z. If I'm changing the user input also, it will be still give me the correct output. Okay, guys. So now, guys, the next hello pattern for this session will be if I want to print a opposite triangle, or we can say that reflected triangle. Okay, means here if you see, we are already creating this logic, right? Now my requirement will be I need to print the opposite of this. Okay, means here I am creating the triangle. Now my requirement will be I need to print from this and here. Okay, so I'll build this question, then only you can get a clear picture on that. So for every time I just take the user input as 5, based on that I just build the logic. Okay, every time my num value becoming 5 only. Okay, here I need to give a star. Okay, for the third line I need to give a star here, and the fourth line I need to give a star there. Okay, I just want to copy and comment. We are going to come to my paint. Okay, to understand the logic. Now guys, here if you see here, we know how to print this line, how to print this line, and how to print this line also. If you see here, every time my row value becoming 0 only. Okay, means row double equal to 0. And for this one, we can write row plus column equal to num minus 1. And for this one, column equal to 0. Okay, simple to print this opposite of my triangle. So here I am taking my user input. So num equal to int input, enter the number. So here I'm passing enter the number. So means how many row, that many column also I want. So that directly I can write for row in range. For row in range, here I'm passing num, and for the column also I need to pass for col in range. Here also I need to pass for the num. Okay, now I need to give the condition when my row value becoming 0, or my column value double equal to 0, or one more condition will be this one, guys. Okay, just see, means whenever my row plus column double equal to num minus 1. So row plus column double equal to num minus 1. At that time also I need to print this star only. Okay, so to print this star, we are using this AND function. Okay, if this condition becoming false, every time I need to print this space only. Okay, guys, to send the controller to next line, we are using the print function. Now, if I'm going to run this one, it will be give me the correct output. Okay, guys, just see if I'm passing 5, so it will create this logic. If I'm changing the user input also, still it will be give me the same output. Okay, guys, every time we need to build this logic. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. Try right.